What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Paulian here, and bringing you into our current war against Libra City. It's the second time we've gone against them. First time we beat them. I think we had a perfect war. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a perfect war this one as well. It's all Town Hall 8s for them, and we have a couple of Town Hall 8.5. So it's finally a mismatch in our favor. I'm going to go over just my war attacks here and post it, and after the war is done, I'll go ahead and give a review. First attack was against their number 26, just a mass hog, very easy attack for me. I mean, anytime I go either my equal or below, it's almost a no-brainer. In fact, I think I leave a couple of hogs left over, leave a couple wizards, whatever. It's no big deal. It's a very simple base and not very complicated. I'll go ahead and drop a hog in for the lure, and then I'll go ahead and pull it, I think, over to the left, because that's where I'm going to deploy my hogs. And we'll speed this up as the wizards and barbarians do their thing. It was a pretty decent clan castle kill, and I think I keep all of my wizards that were there. I don't think any of them get hit. I'll do basically a 3-drop on my hogs, 3-finger drop, and let them come into the core, heal towards the core. There's a giant bomb, but I'm not going to really heal that because there was only 1 or 2 hogs in there, and they just ran into the heal anyway. So I'll do that. Drop the almost my last little bit of hogs up there on top. They'll reconvene down towards the clan castle, and we'll do a heal there. And we're all finished with the heals, but there's only a couple defenses left. I do have 2 hogs left. I have a giant bomb that I have not triggered, and I think I'll trigger that in just a second. I think it's right next to the Tesla there, but really bad placement, because there's no reason for hogs to path over there until they do a cleanup. So the hogs are killing the skellies and the king right now. I'll drop my king for some cleanup. The hogs, I have plenty of them to go around. The wizards are still making their way around. The edges are almost all clean. The hogs will take care of this dark barracks, and then they'll move up towards that storage unit and trip that last giant bomb. And when they do that, I'll send in my last 2 hogs that I had that I was holding just to help with the cleanup. But it's pretty much destroyed at this point anyway. So I'll keep a hold on, I think, on both of those wizards for the next raid. And I should have dropped the poison when the hogs were going around with the skelly traps. But you know what? It's no big deal. There was no point where this raid was in any trouble. So 3 stars for me. Good job. And we'll go into the next attack. All right, so let's go take a look at the second attack, and this is pretty much where everything goes wrong. Very, very frustrating for me, but you know what? I put together good plans. I just don't execute them very well. I put together really good strategies. I do run them past the clan and get their opinions on it, and they tell me what they think. So what I'm going to do is go GoHo on this one. I'm going to drop a golem right here, and that guy's going to go right here and start pounding on the wall. I'll go ahead and drop a minion right here for the funneling and a minion right here for the funneling. Neither one of them will be hit because cannons can't hit them. The archer tower will go ahead and fire on the golem, and so will the whiz tower. So those guys should start creating the funnels. I'll drop some whiz right here, and go ahead and continue that funneling. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and drop the king and the clan castle P.E.K.K.A. That should also reroute in here. Go ahead and trigger a giant bomb that's in this spot right here. Take out all this area. Then I'll rage them up as the clan castle is coming out, and drop some more wizards on the back end to go ahead and help take out that dragon and balloon, and drop in the final wall breakers to go ahead and break open this spot and break open this spot and get into the core. There is a double giant bomb spot right here, and that's my goal, to get to that spot, and then go ahead and drop some hogs in as the defenses are getting tanked by the kill squad. So let's see where the problem is and what happens here. So I'll go ahead and drop the golem, and if you noticed right here that as soon as I drop the golem, it targeted, and that little red dot came over this. So that means that this golem is going to pretend like he's going to walk towards this wall and then reroute and go this way and start banging on that cannon. I ran it past the clan guys. They said they thought that if I dropped it right above that dark barracks, that it should go and start pounding on the wall. I don't know what I remember looking at some video where they said that it was like a 7-tile AI, that if it was more than 7 tiles, and I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if it's deep. I don't know how it works, but I didn't want to drop it too far to the left because I was afraid it was going to route to this cannon right here. So I thought that it would do that, but you know what? They reroute when you don't want them to, and they route when you do. So, or whatever. It's crazy. So at this point, they're going to be scrambling. The archer tower will stop targeting the golem as soon as it gets out of range. I won't be able to bust into this core with my wall breakers. The minions will start getting hit that I was using to create the funnel. The golem was supposed to tank for them, which he was, but they'll go ahead and take my minions out, which was great planning. And the wall breakers will also not make their way in there. So I've got to start sending the king in, because anything I send at this point as far as minions or wizards are going to be targeted. So I got to use my king as a tank, which I did not want him to be the tank. I wanted him to be the damage or DPS behind the golem. They'll trigger that dragon and loon. At this point, it's pretty much worthless. I should have dropped the P.E.K.K.A. in at this point too, but I forgot to drag him. I was worried about raging the wizards up and everything else in there, and getting the wall breakers in. They do trigger the giant bomb spot, so that's one okay good thing. But they'll roast that wizard and take him out. I could have dropped the P.E.K.K.A. in, but it would have just been getting hit by the dragon. There was no point to it, so go ahead and take care of the rest of the dragon with that poison spell, and as soon as they are, that's dead, I'll drop the P.E.K.K.A. in there, and it should reroute into the core. But no, it does not. Okay, so that was probably my mistake. I should have dropped them a little bit more to the right, just a tiny bit more up, but come on. I mean, really, you're going to walk all the way down to that army camp instead of going right through and hitting the archer tower in front of you and then working your way into the core. So the P.E.K.K.A. goes for a P.E.K.K.A. walk, which they do, which is worthless for me, completely worthless. And I'm just going to go ahead and start sending in the hogs. I have 2 heals left over, which is not going to be enough to cover me in this entire base. My kill squad was supposed to make it to that double giant bomb spot. I did only lose 2 hogs, but I mean, it was still too little too late. I mean, the hogs go flying with the traps, and the P.E.K.K.A. is making his way around, doing absolutely nothing, clearing trash buildings. So everything went wrong with this attack. There's nothing that went right. I still think it was a great plan. You all are probably saying you're stupid because the golem was obviously going to reroute, but whatever. I mean, I live and learn. I've done it before, but I really thought it was going to start banging the wall. I mean, how many times have you guys dropped a king, a queen, a golem, a giant, and they start banging on the wall instead of going where you thought they were going to go? I mean, it happens. So I get the stupid 1 star, not even 2 stars or anything like that. It was a worthless cleanup, it was a worthless attack, and there's no point. I mean, that wizard's not going anywhere. He's going to get beat down by the king if he even makes it in. So, stupid attack, good strategy, I think. Really horrible execution. And yeah, so that's my war. 3 stars and 1 star, so 4, I don't know, whatever. But hopefully y'all learned from this mistake, and I'll go ahead and there's some really, really good attacks, ones that actually worked, that as soon as the war is done, I'll be able to post and show you that. I'm also going to show you my base getting attacked, because I very rarely ever get 3 stars. It's not that my base is that great, but it's pretty good. We haven't had the strongest attackers, and they did 3-star mine with none of less than Go Wipe, which is obviously the best strategy to use. So they 3-starred my base with Go Wipe. I'll go ahead and show that, and I will, anytime my base is 3-starred, I go and develop a new one. So